All right, guys. Yeah, give them a lot of credit. I thought, boy, they were really hard. Stonehill was really hard for us to play against, was how they played some of the ball screens, and then just their ability to kind of pack the paint on us the whole night. Obviously, we missed a lot of free throws. I think overall, just really proud of our response late. Just really proud of our guys' response late in that moment when you're in a game like that and you lose the lead. It just says a lot about those guys and their ability to make enough plays there late. I thought was just outstanding, and make important shots, important threes, important free throws there late, and get some stops. So really pleased with that.
Coach, just want to start. What do you think changed around the 5-minute mark of the first half when Stonehill started to go on that run?
Well, 10 got going. Yeah, that was a big part of it. He got momentum. They got momentum. They fed off momentum with him. He got going, and we knew coming in. We knew this was a much better team than what we had played. We also knew he was a really good player. So they got going, and he kind of gave them that momentum and that confidence. And even at halftime, I think I knew that this could be a difficult game if we didn't, or difficult half if we didn't make a few more open shots, which we didn't. So found a way. Again, give our guys a lot of credit for finding a way in this one, and a lot of film to grow from here moving forward.
And then just psychologically, what do you say to the team after a game like this? Because I'm sure there's a lot of nerves you got to bring them down from. Obviously, they pulled out the win, but just to get them ready for that next game and have them put this one behind them, what do you say to the team post-game?
No, a lot to learn from it. A lot of really good, takeaways with how, I think I've seen all across the country teams lose games like this, particularly when you lose a lead like that, and it can get in your head a little bit. So we're going to look at it, and we're going to say, hey, there's a lot of things we can do better. The missed free throws. We need to get over here more and practice and shoot. I think that's part of it. We don't get over here enough, and we got to find a way to get over here and shoot in our game arena more. And then, we just got to relax and probably make some more open shots. But again, I've been doing this a long time, and teams that play this particular way, it can mess with you a little bit if you're not making open looks. And I think that was my biggest takeaway. But again, really proud of our guys for finding a way.
Chris, you mentioned getting over here to shoot free throws. Why is that important?
Oh, I've said it every place I've been. It's a good question. The value of playing or practicing in your home arena is tremendous. My AD, who Dwayne knows well, Barry Collier at Butler, used to say, hey, you get to practice in Hinkle every day, and it does help the more you practice. Just the sight lines, the familiarity with. Now, I'm not putting all our missed shots on that. We'll make plenty more, but to be able to do that consistently, there is real value in that, and so I need to make a point to just get us over here more.
And then I think it was 21% from three. What was your assessment? I know you haven't seen the film, but of the quality of the shots you guys took from three.
What was your assessment?
A few more could have went in.
Yeah. I think my assessment, what was your assessment of the quality of the threes?
I thought it was to a point. I thought that it got to a point where some players were taking open shots, but there could have been some rushed shots because of different because they were open, if that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense, but I get your but no, I get your point. I do get your point. I think what they were doing is they were going under all the ball screens, okay? So when they go under, and they were going under at such an extreme level that those are shots that normally our guys will make, and our guys will make consistently. We just didn't make them tonight. So when you miss 2 or 3 and you're open, I think it did bother us, and I think we tightened up. And as a coach, as much as you tell them to relax, it's a little bit hard when you're missing a couple, those open ones. And that's why I'm proud of them finding a way. We will shoot it better, 100% guarantee. We will shoot it better. We'll make free throws at a higher clip. We need to. But it's a good question on, hey, when you go back and you look at the 24 threes, what was the quality like of those threes, I think we'll go back and look and say most of them were pretty good.
Chris, what did you see from Layden today? Obviously, they're playing under those screens,
Yeah.
as you mentioned. He's not really adding to the box score so much. What did you kind of see from him in general with his point guard play?
Well, I was really proud of his disposition late. He can make threes behind. He's actually very good at making threes behind ball screens. He probably could have taken one or two more. I think we felt like we could touch the paint. He's very capable of that, and I think you'll see that. You saw that last year. You'll see that throughout the season. So I'm not worried about his ability to make those shots. What I was pleased with Layden was I thought he was really good and engaged. And when it's not when you're not making shots, it's easy to not be fully engaged. And I thought Layden, I was really proud of how engaged he was. I think it's a step in the right direction in terms of his overall growth and maturity to be able to kind of lead your team at the point guard position when maybe you're not feeling great physically, which he wasn't with his back, and you're not making shots. So I was really proud of him for that.
CJ was really aggressive down the stretch, scoring 13 of his 28 in the final 6 minutes. How do you kind of get that aggressiveness out of him? He talked a lot about touching the paint and making reads from those types of plays. What do you kind of say to him to get that sort of thing going for him?
Well, I think it was, you don't have to tell CJ to be aggressive offensively. It just kind of naturally comes to him. I think the best thing he did tonight was get to the free throw line. He's our best free throw shooter. And when you're struggling making free throws, you're trying to put it in the hands of your best free throw shooter. And that was the thing he did really well, really well.
Coach, what did you think of, obviously limited minutes, but what did you think of the minutes Cruz played tonight?
It's all about Cruz continuing to grow. I thought he did some really good things, and he'll continue to grow and play as the year goes on. I think still physically, still getting his legs under him a little bit, but I think he'll be fine.
Chris, you mentioned getting to the free throw line. I think this is back-to-back games where you guys got to the line 30 times. Was that an emphasis in the way you built your team as opposed to last year, just being more physical, especially on the interior of the offense, to at least give yourself the chance to go to the free throw line?
Yeah, it was. I felt like we had to be more. We needed to be better than what we were last year. We couldn't get to the free throw line when we needed to, even against some mid-major teams. To be quite honest, we just couldn't. We couldn't physically impose ourselves. So, I think we can do that a little bit more than what we did. I think we'll continue to show that. So yeah, that was our intent when we were building this roster, is to be less dependent on threes than what we were last year, and being able to touch the paint and get to the free throw line more. Okay, guys, thank you.
CJ, 28 points tonight. What was working for you?
Just making the right plays when I got in the game. It wasn't necessarily falling how I wanted to behind the arc, so I was really trying to just get paint touches and making the right reads, whether I was kicking it out to my teammates or finishing at the rim.
Brandon, what was the message post-game from Holtmann?
The message was, just like any close game, don't flinch. We simply believe that no matter what the score was or how much time was left, we just simply didn't flinch, and we knew we was gonna find a way to win.
CJ, were you asked to be more aggressive looking for your shot down the stretch? You went through the first half of the second stretch without scoring, and then you scored 13 down the stretch. Was something said to you to kind of get you going there?
Nothing was said. I kind of just play the game the right way. Whether if I'm not, like you said, if I'm kind of slow the first 10 minutes, that means somebody else is having their night. But when it got down the stretch, coach just told us as a team to make the right plays and don't, like B-Mac said, don't flinch. And fortunately, I was put in that position to make the right plays, and I stepped up to the grace of God.
Exhibition play, 2 tight games, this one another tight game. What does it mean to kind of go through these close games and to come out with victories?
I think it means a lot for us, especially before these non-conference games. It's good for us to have these games where we have to take it possession by possession and really learn how to stick together and play as a team down the stretch.
Brandon, as a vocal leader on this team, how do you kind of get the team back into it after you kind of see that the lead on the scoreboard just kind of dissipate?
It's just me being me every day. They know I'm gonna be on them about doing the things right. So it's just me being the older guy, being the vocal, be the veteran, and they say, hey, we got to get it rolling, or we will lose. We will lose games like this if we don't get it rolling and stick together.
And guys, obviously, aside from the game, you had Frankie from Team Impact there celebrating his birthday in the crowd. What did it mean for you guys just to have him there and be with you, but then also to pull out the win for him?
It means a lot. Frankie been with us since last year, so seeing him before the game, before warm-up lines, and him actually breaking down our huddle before the game, I think it gave us a little bit of extra motivation, a little extra push going into the game.
I would say the same thing as well. He did break it down when we came out for warm-up, so we love Frankie. We're glad he's a part of this unit, part of this team.
Most definitely.
And obviously, he did have some struggles behind the free throw line, but just talk about the fight that NJ Benson showed down the stretch in the second half and what it's like playing with him as he kind of changes energy for the team.
NJ, he's just a big dominant. He's dominant down in the paint, as we all know. We still need to work. We know we got to work on those free throws, but he's just his energy down low. He really won't be denied. He doesn't allow himself to be denied, whether that's scoring or rebounding. So he just goes hard every play.
And to build on that, we see it every day in practice. So we know what NJ has. We know what he brings to the table, and so for him to give us that extra push that we needed in the second half, it was big.
All right. Thank you then.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.